Hello and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James.
And I'm Sarah.
And on today's episode, it's going to be a very short episode because we're recording a lot later than we typically do. But also, we both had a pretty long day. So, like Brian and I. So Brian is transitioning from his old job at the restaurant that he was working at to a different job that was the restaurant that he worked at before the one that he went to this time. Because they're just not giving him the amount of work that they're giving to other people. So they have, I guess there's this thing where they give more tables to some people, and they he said sometimes he gets like 2 or 3 tables for a full 6-hour shift. He has 2 or 3 tables.
That's crazy.
So yeah, he's just not making the money he wanted to. So he gave them his notice that he was moving. He was going to go to another job, and he was still on the schedule. And then I guess they called him on Thursday and said that he didn't need to come in. And then he looked on the schedule and he wasn't listed on the schedule anymore. So him and I were out running some errands today. We went to. He was like, I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna want to put me on you're going to potentially want to put me in a home." And I was like, and I sat there for a second, and I was like, "You want to go to Cracker Barrel, don't you?" And he goes, "How did you know that's what I was going to say?"
I mean, y'all have been together for a while, so.
Yeah. But I was like, well, I mean, when I think of a home and what would you say that would make me think something like that? Cracker Barrel is the only thing that jumped to my mind.
Fair.
So we went to Cracker Barrel, and then while we were over there, it's in this place where there's a lot of premium outlet. There's a premium outlet mall that's right next to it. So we went and walked around, and I went into Coach and looked at some stuff from Coach, and I didn't buy anything. I almost bought this backpack, but I was like, I don't know how much it is, because the price they had 60% off on some, in front of some of the items, but it wasn't in front of this bag. And the bag that I was looking at was $890. And I was like, I can't pay that. I don't even really want to pay 60% of that.
Right.
But it was a really nice bag. But I was like, when I was looking at it, I was like, it doesn't really make sense for me to get that, because I already have enough bags that work for what I want. And I already have a backpack it's a really nice backpack that works really well. So I was like, financially, it doesn't make sense to get it. Right. So we left from there and not getting anything. And then we went to Kohl's because I had $30 Kohl's cash that I needed to spend. Because last weekend, I needed to go get I needed new belts. So I went and got a couple of belts. And then I also got that jacket that I was telling you about, that Columbia jacket. Yes. It was originally $90 and I got it for $30.
Yes.
So with all that stuff that I had $30 Kohl's cash. So I was like, I want to go back, because there was another Columbia jacket that I was like, if it's on sale too, I want that one too. And Ryan was driving, so he was navigating, and he navigated us to a wrong Kohl's. So we went to the wrong one, ran inside, walked around for a little bit. He had to go to the restroom, and then we left. And then we went to the right Kohl's, and I went and grabbed the jacket, and I was like, okay, this is all I really wanted. And then as we were at the other Kohl's, I was like, I do need a new suitcase to travel with, because the one that I have is really old, and they were having a 60% off sale on suitcases. So I got at the Kohl's where I got the jacket, I got a suitcase that was originally $400 for $130.
Love that.
And then the Columbia jacket that I was getting was originally $125, and I got it for 60 something.
Nice.
And then Ryan wanted some socks, so I got him some socks too. So yeah, we did a lot of running around today. And it was we got up at 10 o'clock and started like getting up and getting ready and going out and about, and we got back by like 3 o'clock.
Dang.
So it was a busy day today.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we're gonna go get sushi.
Ooh, sushi.
And Friday I took Moira and and Moira had a spa day.
Oh, love.
So I dropped Moira off at 9 a.m. and they were like, okay, it'll be probably around like 3:30 that we'll be done. So I called them around 3 and I was like, or 3:30, and I was like, okay, just checking to see, because they were doing like a full detail inside and out, and then like paint correction, where they like, not like they don't paint it or anything, but they spray this solution on the entire car, and then they use a clay bar to go in and like buff out any like spots or issues, and then remove any imperfections from the paint. And I got it and I was like, it looks great. Like, it looks brand new. There's a couple dents, but that's just because people are stupid around here and don't know how to open their doors without hitting someone else's car.
Right.
But there was like a little scuff on the back driver's side door that it was removed. So they got that removed. And I was wondering if it was going to be able to get rubbed off. And then in one of the dents, there was like a little bit of a scuff mark there too, and they were able to get that off too.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
So there's just like little, like a couple little like quarter size, not even that size dents from people opening their doors into my car. Like one on the driver's side door, one on the, I think somebody actually walked into the door whenever my car, like the car was charging, and I was like away from it because it's like right where the charger door is. And then I think there's one or two on the other side, on the door as well. But I did that, and it's funny. Karen was like, "Yeah, treat her to a spa day so you can just kick her to the curb." It's like,
I mean,
I'm not kicking her to the curb. I'm selling it because I can't take it with me. If I could take her with me, I would, because I love Moira. But it doesn't make sense because we already have, like, we have 2 cars, and there's no way to drive 2 cars fully across country.
Yeah.
Especially when one of them is electric. So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sell her in a couple weeks, probably on like the week of the 3rd, November 3rd. I'll sell Moira and then use whatever money I get from that towards like moving expenses, and it was like $380 for the detail, like full detail and like treatment. So
nice.
It was I'm sure it'll be a good return on investment, so we'll see.
I'm sure it will be.
What have you been doing today?
Oh my god, so much. So okay, so what happened was last night, my knee was acting up, the one that I brutally bashed into my driveway. And so my knee was all swollen. So I had to go lay down and prop it up. But then I fell asleep while I'm laying there. So I was like, anyway. So I woke up at like 8:30. And Nick had messaged me, and his knee is acting up too. So he was like, I just ordered sushi. Do you want to come over and like hang out for a bit? And we can both prop up our knees and like eat sushi.
We could be old people together eating
exactly
sushi.
Essentially. That's essentially what we were doing. So I went over there, and I ended up just staying the night, and that was not my original plan. My original plan was I was going to go home, but that's not what happened. So I ended up staying the night, and then I woke up late this morning, because originally I was supposed to be up and about and doing things, like moving stuff. So I woke up a little later than I meant to. Went and picked up my friend Quinn, who came and helped me pick up my grocery order. $300 on groceries. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful that I had the money to be able to do that. But it still hurt.
Yeah.
But the good news is I'm not going to run out of toilet paper anytime soon. I'm not going to run out of laundry detergent anytime soon. You know.
Oh, so it wasn't just groceries. It was also like household items too.
Yeah. I got a few household items too. But I got a decent amount of stuff for the amount I paid. So, and then I took, then I took Quinn home, and then I came home so I could change clothes because I was still in the same clothes I'd been wearing the night before. And then I went to the Museum of Science to hang out with my friend Cadence. And we wandered around there for a while. I got to see fossilized poop.
That's fun.
That was exciting. It was very exciting. I have to send you some of the pictures, though, from this one exhibit. They're having a special exhibit right now called Particles in Art, I think is what it was called, or Particles in Fashion. But basically, it was talking about the sustainability of fashion and different biodegradable designs that they're coming up with for like things like sorry, it's my mother. She's one of the only people who can get through my do not disturb. But anyway, so it was really cool though, because they were talking about how they're making sequins biodegradable.
Thank God.
Right. And so there's like a whole bunch of really cool photos of the different designs that they had. And there were several that I was just like, I would actually wear that. But yeah, it's super cool. I'm very excited that I got to go see that I got to go do that. And Particles of Color is what it was called. But yeah, and then I had to drop by my apartment on my way back here because I told Nick that I would grab him some of the toilet paper that I have because he ran out. And since his knee is bothering him, he can't really drive because it's his driving knee. So after this, I'm going to run over there and drop that off, and then I'm going to be tired. But I did get some stuff moved in today. I moved some of my clothes in. And then I got groceries, and yeah, and tomorrow I'm going to try to move some more stuff. My bed still has not shown up. It's still showing as delayed. Not
say it'll probably be a while, so I would suggest trying to figure out a way to get, if the bed you have now, you can get it over there, take it over there, because it more than likely won't come until after you've moved fully into the new place.
Honestly, I don't think that there's a way that I can.
No.
Like without like hiring like a truck for it. And I'm just unwilling to do that, especially because I'm not planning on keeping it anyway. So, but I have a cot that I can.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I do have something that I can sleep on if it still hasn't shown up. It's just frustrating that it hasn't shown up.
I could see that. So speaking of, the other thing I did want to talk about is this report that just came out this week about Amazon.
Oh God.
And so I guess there was an internal document that was leaked that says that Amazon is looking at using more robots to replace human workers. And there's a potential massive layoff coming by 2030 where 600,000 employees will be laid off, because they're going to be reducing the amount of employees and automating the process of picking the products and shipping them whenever, like, in the warehouses. So it says, so this is from CNET. which is like a technology publication about like technology stuff. And it says internal documents suggest that the company is looking into building and using more robots to replace human workers. The publication doesn't specify if this will result in massive layoffs. However, the robots would allow Amazon to avoid hiring new workers to meet increasing demands, translating to 600,000 jobs replaced by 2033, according to the report. Amazon announced in June that it had hit a workforce milestone of deploying more than 1 million robots in its fulfillment and delivery network, making about 2/3 the size of the company's human workforce. The Amazon documents show that the company's goal is to automate 75% of its operations, and that's from the Times. And it says, the report also says the company wants to mitigate the fallout in communities that may lose jobs. Documents show the company has considered building an image as a quote-unquote good corporate citizen through greater participation in community events such as local parades and Toys for Tots. And the leaked documents discuss avoiding terms like automation and AI, instead using terms like advanced technology and replacing the word robot with cobot to suggest collaboration. And then it goes on to say the impact of the jobs is most of whom work 1.5 million employees, most of whom work in warehouses or as delivery drivers. And the U.S. In the U.S. have more than 600,000 employees on payroll. Delivery companies FedEx has an estimated 550,000 employees, reducing its size, as reported by the Times, would be likened to FedEx disappearing entirely. So it's like that report came out, and it's like they keep saying, well, no, that was just one of our like, what are they called? Contractors that's supposed to look at like what could we do to automate and streamline certain processes, and this is one of their options that they presented. That doesn't mean that's what we're going with. They're trying to make it seem like this was an option that was leaked because that's what one of the companies that they work with to streamline their process had suggested doing. But it's like Amazon already is in pretty hot water with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So if that happens, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. I've restarted my Amazon Prime literally just for this move. Yeah. Because I don't have time to go out shopping and get it all myself.
I know. I hate how convenient Amazon is because it's so bad for everyone. Mm-hmm. But it's like quick and easy. And they've made it so that it's hard for other companies to make it easy to get products. Mm-hmm. And then like the other thing that they're showing is they're introducing AI smart glasses to Amazon for delivery drivers that will like show them like in their glasses. It will have directions displayed in their glasses, and it'll tell them like where, like what product or what shelf in the truck the item that they're supposed to deliver to the places, and then the cameras will scan the barcode to tell them whether it's the correct product or the correct merchandise that they're supposed to be taking to the person, and it'll automatically take a picture and send it to the the customer confirming that it was delivered. I think that's cool. It's like, I mean, Meta just came out with similar glasses and they probably worked with Meta to create them, where there is like in the lens down here, not obstructing your view in any way, you can see like notifications and stuff. It's not like an entire screen where it covers your eye. It's just like kind of like if you were like in a car that has a heads-up display where it gets projected onto the window. It's similar to that, not like it'll cover your entire vision.
Right, but
it is distracting.
It's an unnecessary distraction when there's already GPS.
Well, I think it's less GPS and more the part where they grab the wrong. They're trying. This fucking T-Mobile thing keeps popping up every time I click off of it. It pops back up. They.
Look at me.
They're trying to error-proof the process and reduce the amount of time it takes for someone to collect the product and get it to the customer itself. I mean, I think there's only, like, to me, anytime I see that, I'm like, there's only so much that you can do to reduce time. Like, before, like, at what point are you saying, okay, there's no way we can cut down time anymore? But I will link this article to the podcast so that people can take a look at it and see what I'm talking about. Because it did just recently come out this week about that, like literally a couple days ago.
That reminded me of a notification that I got on Facebook, because I'm still in the process of like getting all my photos and everything off of Facebook.
Yeah.
So on the 16th of December, they're making changes to their privacy policy. And here were some of the details that they decided to share with me. Personalizing your experiences. Will start using your interactions with AIs to personalize your experiences and ads. What this means, personalizing your experiences includes suggesting content such as posts that you may find interesting and reels to watch. It also includes showing ads that are more relevant to you. And I'm just like, bro, if that was a thing I wanted.
I mean, I think there's, like, to me, there's a point where an algorithm gets too focused on one person's personal belief that it could, like, cause even more divide in the country, because the only thing that person is seeing is stuff that they believe and stuff that they hold as truth. And it's like, you do still need to see things that you don't quite agree with, because there's truth to those things that would contradict what you see that you do believe.
Sometimes.
And it's called, like, there's a bias that gets built into algorithms and large language models, LLMs, for the AI models. And it's a dangerous dance. And I'm hating, like, all of the AI generated stuff that I'm seeing. There's been a lot of videos that I've seen on TikTok about all this AI generated content that is being served to everybody. And it's exploded recently. Like, I've seen so many. If you see anything with the tag Sora on it, Sora, it's AI. Know that, because that is an AI platform that you can use to create videos, to generate videos. And the worst part of it is that our president of the United States of America is posting AI generated videos on his Truth Social media account. And it's like, why is this going unchecked and allowed? I don't understand. It's driving me nuts.
I mean, while we're mentioning the orange Nazi, we should also mention the fact that he recently demolished a huge portion of the White House.
The entire East Wing, yeah.
Without approval.
Yeah. And there's two things on that for me. Like, I understand when there's a need to add something like I don't know if it needs to be as extravagant as they're adding a ballroom. And did it need to be tear down a wing to put in this ballroom? Probably not. You could have just, like, taken a different space in the same area and created a ballroom. But the other thing that I don't like about it is that it's privately funded. So that means that all of these people now have access and leverage over the House of the president.
Yeah.
Because they funded it. Like, what are they getting out of it is my thing.
Right. My thing is the destruction of part of our nation's history.
Yeah.
With so little regard for any of the laws in place. Not that he's demonstrated that he cares about laws in the first place, but
And I think the other distasteful portion of it is doing it when the government is shut down.
right.
And that's your focus right now, is tearing down the east wing of the White House and building a $300 million ballroom.
Why do we even need a ballroom?
I can understand the need for a ballroom to entertain foreign delegates.
But like, that's why we have other places. Like,
Yeah,
not
but like for
everything has to
security
be-
reasons, if they're meeting with the United States president, it's better and easier to have it on the secure grounds of the White House. Siri started talking.
Why does he need?
I don't think it.
All he's doing is pissing everybody off anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But what I'll say about AI is I can understand the need for it in some instances, but I don't understand like the way that people are using it so frivolously is ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing that irritates me the most about specifically generative AI is that it is literally destroying our planet. We are going to run out of fresh water.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand how people don't understand what the water is being used for, because they're like, how is a computer using hundreds of millions of gallons of water?
It's
like,
to cool the processors
how do you think
down.
why do you think what does your computer or your phone do whenever you're using it a lot, or you're charging it when you're using it? It gets hot. How do you think they're cooling down computers or servers? They're cooling it down with water because that's the fastest and easiest way to do it. And you know what happens to that water? It gets contaminated, and then it has to go through a treatment process to decontaminate it, which is also putting more chemicals into drinking water. And it's just like there's reasons to use AI, but the way that people are using it, it's unnecessary and ridiculous and frivolous.
Yeah, I can't. That's very specifically, this generative AI.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the need for AI in specific settings, but specifically generative AI, there's no reason for it. It's not providing anything beneficial to us at this time, except filling up the internet with all this garbage that they're saying is going to take billions of dollars to clean up all the misinformation and slop created by it. They're telling us that articles from anytime after 2023 can't necessarily be relied on because of generative AI.
Yeah.
And then we're destroying the planet. We're getting dumber. They're literally seeing how it's affecting our cognitive functions, and we're still over here like, oh, it's so funny to like look at this.
Speaking of AI, did anything come from you contacting your school about the issues you were having with your last instructor about the AI possible usage discussion?
I have not heard anything back. No.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
I agree. But here we are.
Are you still potentially looking into going to start looking at different schools now?
Yes, I haven't been looking as much this last week because everything's been crazy.
Yeah.
But I have started looking at other options, and trying to figure out a different place to go, because this just generally is just not working for me. It's partially the fact that they only allow 8-week classes.
Yeah.
8-week classes plus working full time is killing me.
Yeah. I will say, I think it depends on what program you take, but Purdue Global has they have 8-week class options, but they also have 10-week classes.
Yeah, I could do a 10-week class. It's these 8-week classes that I can't do. I'm just 8 weeks is too little amount of time for me to get everything done that needs to be done.
Speaking of, I need to look and see what exactly is due on Tuesday, because I haven't started working on it yet.
I also have not. I got an email. This has been the only positive thing so far to happen this second half of the semester. I got an email from one of my professors saying, "Hey, I noticed that you didn't turn anything in this last week. Are you okay?"
That's nice.
And I wrote back and I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm doing my best, but I'm like, I promise I'm going to catch up. It's just hard right now."
I just looked at my stuff. Let me see. Okay. Assignments, non-assignments, content. So I have an assignment that's due this week, and supposed to. So this is what I don't understand. It seems like our chapter 3, draft 1 of our chapter 3 is due this week. And it's how it's supposed to be 25 pages, something like that. I'm like, how do you expect? We haven't even this is our second week, and you expect us to write a draft of a 25-page document in 2 weeks, a week and a half.
That's crazy.
So I don't really understand exactly what all we're supposed to be turning in. So I'm going to have to look at it tomorrow and figure out exactly look into it a lot more tomorrow and figure out exactly what we're looking at. What's supposed to be due. But it's if I turn it in and they're like, "Well, this is good. You don't really have much to do." What the fuck am I supposed to do for the rest of the 8 weeks that I have for this class?
Right.
That's what I don't understand.
That's wild.
I get that that's probably not going to happen, but it's what if it does? What am I supposed to do for the rest of this class? Just sit back and not do anything? That's stupid.
Work on your draft, I guess?
But if I'm done with it and they say that it's good to go, what am I supposed to do? Because I can't move on to the next class until this class is over, and it's 10 weeks. But we'll see. Whatever. I'll work on it.
IDK, my BFF Jill.
All right, AT&T, calm down.
Maybe.
All right. Well, do you have anything fun planned this weekend? How much more are you moving?
I need to move some of my dishes over so that I can cook.
When do you have to be out of there?
Just whenever, essentially. So my goal originally was to be sleeping at the new place this weekend, but that's not going to happen unless I do just sleep on my cot. But
yeah,
I'm not ready to do that yet. But my goal is to move some of my furniture, what little furniture I do have. So my desk, my bookshelves, and then that's the goal. That's it. That's all I got. And then what about you? You're gonna get sushi tomorrow, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna go and get sushi tomorrow. And that's probably about all we'll do tomorrow. And I'll probably start working on my schoolwork, just to see what I can get through and what I can get done. Like I said, it's due Tuesday, by the end of the day Tuesday. And this week is this is my last week in my current position before I start like start doing things in my new position the November 3rd, although I am doing one more whole day for my current position on November 3rd, and then after that it's kind of small things if they need more help until they get my backfill. But what sucks is she can't even post it until I move into my new role. So we can't even start interviewing or bringing people in, which probably can't really talk about. I'll delete that from here. We'll talk about it later. But anyways, we really don't have much. I think we might start watching Terrifier, the Terrifier series.
Oh yeah.
Because it's on Peacock.
Okay.
So I might watch that. We want to go back and watch all of them because the third one just came to Peacock. And it's been a while since we've seen the first and second one. So we want to watch all of them before Halloween, which is next week.
Next week is Halloween.
It's insane. Next week is November.
I know.
We did decide, I don't know if I told you this, we decided not to go back to Indiana for Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, that makes sense since you're going to be moving.
Yeah. And then I did just find out that I'm flying out to California for a week, the week before Thanksgiving. And I wouldn't be back here before, until the day that we were supposed to originally start driving back to Indiana.
Oh.
So I've canceled my vacation time for that and just moved it to the end of December so that we can take our time. And the moving company is scheduled to be here on October 22nd or 23rd to pick up all the boxes. We've ordered all boxes and stuff so we can start boxing things up over the next few months or next few weeks. Mainly books and stuff that we are taking, books and movies and all that jazz that's in the spare room, and then our clothes and stuff that's in our closet in the big bedroom. And I'll probably take apart the TV that's in the spare room and box it up, although I might actually just get rid of that TV because it's old anyway and it's not the best, and then the one that's behind it doesn't really work very well. So we might just leave with 2 TVs instead of 3. We'll see. And then I downloaded Facebook again because I'm going to start listing some stuff on Facebook Marketplace to give away.
Smart.
And I contacted a cleaning company. I never heard anything back from them, which is weird. I don't know if it was during the time when the Amazon service thing was messed up, and a lot of companies use that Amazon service. So it may have been that it was they use that to automate their contact portion. So it may have been lost in translation during that issue. And I don't even remember who I contacted now. So I reached out to another company and asked for a quote on coming in once we have everything cleared out and cleaning, doing a deep clean of the apartment. And then after that, we'll leave and head to Indiana, stay in Indiana for a few days, and then be in California in January.
Crazy.
Yeah, we got a lot coming for the next couple weeks, next couple months.
Which reminds me, did we tell our audience
the plan for the podcast?
Yeah.
No, because I think we just talked about it this week.
We only just talked about it this week?
Yeah, I think it was earlier this week.
Oh my God, time is a weird soup.
So we have discussed, and so what we're going to do, so that it's kind of starting off January on a fresh start, is ending season 4 at the end of the year. So in December, the last recording that we'll do is probably before Ryan and I start moving. In December will be our last podcast for the season 4. And then we will start off in January once Ryan and I are kind of moved in and set up in California with season 5. of our podcast.
Which is crazy. We're already on season 5.
I know. It's insane. It's insane, exciting, fun, and it's going to be exciting to see what 2026 is going to bring. New place, new people, new things.
New things.
Well, would you like to call it a podcast?
Yeah, I think we can call it a podcast.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, a comment. Don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. This will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. Our handle everywhere is @NowAboutThatPod. So if we don't come up in the search, then we're not on that platform. And if there's something you would like us to discuss on the podcast, feel free to email us at nowaboutThatPod@gmail.com. You can also send us a text message or leave us a voicemail. Our phone number is 765-557-4170, or you can visit our website. The website is www.nowaboutThatproductions.com. And thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week since this will be coming out on a Monday. Enjoy your weekend, Sarah.
You enjoy your weekend too.
That was all kinds of chopped up there at the end. But that just goes to show those of you that are listening, this is always live. I always do this portion.
This is always live. This is not recorded.
The 5 or 6 people out there that listen to us. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your weekend. And bye, everybody.
Bye.